Morning, YouTube. Stevie here. It is Wednesday morning, a little after 6, from the corn line. Oh, loaded today. We got corn on today. Yesterday I was empty, just getting DDGs. Hopefully that noise isn't too loud, them trucks going by, but we're parked on the side of the road out here waiting to go in. They haven't opened the gate yet. I wonder if that's if they don't open the gate till, because they say they open at 6 o'clock Central Time. I wonder if that's not really accurate. Maybe it's closer to 6:30. Anywho, yeah, yesterday was a good day. It took a couple hours to get loaded here. I'm actually a little further back in line today. Of course, I got here a few minutes later than I did yesterday. I was here about a half hour ago. And so I'm a little bit further back. But yeah, other than taking a couple hours to get loaded, nothing to that part of it. And then buzzed over to Joliet and didn't take... It may have took a half hour to get unloaded. I don't know. There was one truck in front of me in line. Well, actually, there was 2 trucks in front of me in line, but one of them went in right when I kind of went around to get in line, and there was 2 places to dump. So I only had to actually wait for one truck to get unloaded. And the truck unloaded pretty good. I do need to get those other vibrators fixed, though. That makes all the difference in the world. Holy smokes. I didn't have to pound on this trailer one time. Let them vibrators run a little bit. And that distiller grain comes out. And yeah, that... but like I said, other than that, I need to get those other ones fixed. So I got to get 3 of them fixed. I'll just probably... I might try to take them apart. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just go buy 3 new ones. I think they're a couple $100 a piece. I'm tempted. I need to order roller doors, some roller door bearings, because they didn't have them local. So they should be in today or tomorrow, and I'll get those fixed. But the doors cranked really good, real good. There was no issue there. Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. A little bit of traffic getting over there, but nothing crazy. And then went about, 30 miles to get reloaded with corn. And that was 10 minutes. Not very long. Pulling on the scale. I've never been there before. So I parked in the parking lot and I walked in. And the ag world is so much better than the regular world. Everybody's so friendly. I shouldn't say everybody in the whole entire world, but the percentage of people that you deal with that are easy to deal with, dramatically higher than in the dry van world. And so yeah, the lady at the scale said, "Yeah, I had to pull on the scale and loop around the pit too." And I was there at noontime. I was afraid I'd be there at their lunch break. No, they loaded me. I don't know if it was lunch break or not, but they loaded me. And they load from an overhead bin there. So, yeah, they had this trailer loaded in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. A little heavy, but it was fine. That's what I got on now. And the ticket comes out, my scale ticket comes out on a pole out there, so I don't even have to go back in the office. And then I just bounced home. And it was now yesterday I was a little low on fuel, and I was afraid I couldn't make it around where I needed to, would rather got fuel, so I ended up going over to Plymouth, Indiana, which was a little out of the way. So I'll know today for sure, but yesterday it was 270 miles is what I drove. So I'm going to say that's about what it's going to be, because there was another on my route coming back with the grain. I went the shortest way in mileage, but I think it's longer because of I got to go through some towns and wind around a little bit. So I think there's another way I can go that's about 6 miles out of the way, but I won't have to hit so many towns. So I'm going to try that way today. So it may be a tick further on the mileage, but it'll be a lot shorter on the time. And then I'll stay out of that, I say city, just small town traffic. But and then, so it's like 270 miles. And yesterday, with the weight that I had on everything, it paid right at $750. Gross. That's gross, of course. So, upper twos, 278, 270, something like that, a mile, which is pretty good on the mileage rate. The issue, of course, is that it isn't a lot of miles. And it took a little over 8 hours, about 8 hours to do it. So it doesn't take long, compared to being on the road, like 14 hours between loading and unloading. I think if the dry van freight is good, it probably pays more to do dry van, because you can get more on the top end. But I don't know. I did the math, and I don't put a lot of this kind of stuff on the glass, as they say, but because everybody's going to run everything different, do their own thing. And then they'll say, you didn't get those numbers, or I can do better, and all that kind of rigmarole. But I can still make, this is to the house before taxes and before truck maintenance, but $1,800-1,900 a week, maybe 2,000-ish if I am kind of heavy on everything. And I can make more than that doing dry van. But doing dry van, I'm on the road all week. I'm putting double the miles on this truck. Just quality of life is not nearly as good as being home every night. I was home last night. Well, I got home about 1:30, 2 o'clock. I was home in the afternoon. Park in my own driveway. Had dinner at home. Wasn't very expensive. I had Tombstone pizza and some mac and cheese. And I got the leftover Tombstone pizza for lunch and breakfast today. So how much money does that save? Every time you go into the truck stop, it's $10 if you go in there to buy a pencil. So from a quality of life standpoint, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'll never run dry van again. I might run dry van a couple of weekends here in July to help catch up, because I got to buy that radiator. And just to kind of get caught up before wintertime. Get a little bit ahead of the game. So if it's snowy out and bad weather, or if the plant's closed for a while, I don't have to do that. I need to look into maybe hauling some tomatoes, because that's fairly lucrative. And that season will be starting here into the month. But all right, everybody, that's the update on the first day of Hopper Bottom. God bless, and we will talk soon.